What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Unsolicited with Sam and Jordyn. I am Sam. This is Jordyn. And I think that we were just having a conversation before the show started. And I said, let's just start recording because I feel like this is something that we should just be podcasting about. So.
Absolutely. So me and Sam, as we normally do, just started talking about our books and what books we're reading. Actually, pause, rewind. It started because Sam and my friend, Aaron, I just adopted Aaron right there, texted Sam, I can't wait for you to read Throne of Glass. And I'm currently reading Throne of Glass. I'm on book 5, Queen of Shadows. And I said to Sam, I hardcore second this, bold underline.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got into our books. Sam is just wrapping up Fourth Wing. I'm in the middle of my fantasy series. And our conversation led to a very interesting point regarding a very popular series from the 2010-ish era, if I remember correctly. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Would you read or reread Twilight as an adult?
Yeah, I think so. I'd have to be in like a place though, like in a nostalgic moment where I'm like, I'll read it. Like, I don't know. Do you reread books like a lot?
No, I reread Hunger Games, like that whole series. But that's the only other one that I like reread is Catcher in the Rye because it's my favorite book of all time. And I've probably read it like 13 times. Like I just go back and pick it up and just read it.
God bless. I'm not a Catcher in the Rye fan. I read it in high school and when I was 14 and I was like, Holden Caulfield is a fucking bitch, baby. I hate him.
He is, but I get him.
I'm not a fan, but I don't really reread books either, except for one book that I read when I was in 5th grade, and I pick it up like once every 5 years, and I'll reread it because it's called The Westing Game. It's a murder mystery book, and it's like you think 5th grade, you're just like, what the hell, like what? But it actually is like, I mean, it's for a 5th grader to read, but at the same time, it's like it's a murder mystery, so it's like got a little bit of fun, like things in it. But nonetheless, I would reread Twilight, but only if I felt like I was like, I'm in a nostalgic place right now.
Okay,
I'll reread Twilight.
Me and my sister, so my younger sister Spencer, she read a little bit when she was younger, but like nothing crazy. She read Hunger Games, she read Divergent, like she liked the dystopian books. But that was really it. And then she stopped reading for a long time and she never got on the Twilight train while me and my mom were Twilight obsessed. And so now Spencer, she's like, I want to read Twilight. And I was like, oh my God, I've been thinking about rereading it. I want to do it together. And just flipping through those books, like at the time when I was like 12, when I was reading them, they felt so intimidating. So large. And now I'm just like, these are a breeze. Also, do you want to hear a crazy Twilight story from my childhood?
Of course I do.
So, like I said, I was Twilight obsessed, and my mother read Breaking Dawn literally in like less than 48 hours. And I thought it was the most absurd thing. Like at the time, I was like, I couldn't wrap my head around it. It's thick.
But the letters are like, it's like 1 letter per page.
Yes. So, she read it first, and Breaking Dawn is the most adult Twilight book out of all of them. So she read it first because she knew it could get like a little sexy and was like, oh, I think I was in 6th grade. And she was like, this is okay for you. Like there's a minor sex scene, but like so PG-13. Like she was compared to what I was watching on TV, like Pretty Little Liars. She was like, I don't care about this one sex scene in Twilight.
Right.
So this is when I was still in like middle school. So we had language arts instead of English. And we had like our designated half hour, an hour reading time every day, whatever it was. And so everyone reads. Every kid in this class has their phone in a book or is like just skimming, like just passing time. Then there's me passionately. I sat under the table in a corner like this. And I was like this, like that was when I was like complete nerd era, like very, very book heavy. So I'm reading my Twilight or reading Breaking Dawn. Class ends. My teacher, his name was Mr. Young. He was a gorgeous, light-skinned man. All the girls had a crush on him. But he calls me up.
Always the English teachers.
Always the English teachers. I hope he's doing well. This is nothing against him, but calls me up and he's like, I don't feel comfortable with you reading this book. And I said, what? He was like, I think you should pick a different book for tomorrow. And I was like, but this is my book. Like, the book
I'm reading this.
I was like, why would I pick up another one? And then being the sassy 6th grader that I was like, no one in this class is reading except for me. I was like, what? Do you watch them? I was like, I'm the only one flipping pages tediously, and you're going to tell me I can't read the book I'm reading? So I was like, my mom read this first and gave me the thumbs up. So I was like, you call her. You call my mom. And he called my mom and was like, I don't think she should read this book. And my mom was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, she was like, she's reading the book. Like, you're not going to take her book away from her.
Yeah.
I was just so flabbergasted. I was like, I'm actually invested in this. No one else cares.
Yeah.
Take my book away?
Yeah. I remember the first time I was reading Twilight. I must have been in 7th grade. I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
It was like 2009-ish.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. But I got the 4 books, whatever. And I went to Catholic school, so I had to I made confirmation and communion and all that good stuff. Grew up Catholic. So I started going to a new church where a friend of mine who was making confirmation there. So I had someone to make confirmation with, and I wasn't like alone.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there, but I had just started Twilight, and she loved Twilight, and I brought it into the church in a bag. Like I had like when you're fucking 9 and you have like a tote bag and you're like, what the fuck do I put in this?
Yes.
A book. And like I think one time I would just like put like stuffed animals in it just to like make it look full, because I'm like, I need to put things in here, but I don't even have a wallet. Like,
yeah.
Like what am I carrying around? $3 that I got
a lip gloss,
a phone flippy lip gloss thing. Yeah, that's for sure. But I threw my Twilight book in there, and I was sitting in the pew with her, and I like looked at her, and I like opened up the bag, and I like picked it up, and I went, look what I have. And she was like, oh my God, like we were like, this is so blasphemous. We're going to hell. But we were like giggling to ourselves. Like we were like, ooh, we have a vampire book in church. And I was like, should I just read it? Like, should I just take it out and read it in church? And she was like, you can't do that. They won't let you make confirmation here. And I was like, I did not, but yeah.
I like how Twilight was like the equivalent of drugs for 7th graders.
And the thing was too, it was a big thing in Catholic school. Like all these girls were reading it, and like finally they were just like, I don't think you guys should have these books in school. There was a lot of books that were like banned. Like they didn't want us to read Harry Potter, even though everybody read Harry Potter.
What?
Dark magic. That kind of thing.
Oh my God.
And then my school kind of figured, like not every Catholic school, but I went to a cool Catholic school. They kind of figured out that they were just like, oh, this is just about a little boy with magical powers. Like it's not really anything crazy. But for a little bit, it was not allowed. Like books like that, like they were just like, you can't have these books in this school.
Would Hunger Games have been banned?
I was in high school when Hunger Games came out, and I was reading it in high school, and nobody said anything.
Okay.
And I went to the same school my whole life. So like,
which I think is so crazy.
Everybody does. I enjoyed every minute of it though.
The way my school was broken up was really weird though, because I did elementary school, which was kindergarten through 4th grade. Then we had upper elementary, which was, I went to a brand new school for 5th and 6th grade. And then I had middle school. I went to my 3rd school for 7th and 8th. And then I went to high school. Was
it all with like the same people though?
Yes, but it just got like bigger and bigger every time.
Huh, that is so, I've never heard it broken up that way before.
Yeah, no, everyone thought, and like even the town over. So I grew up in a town called, oh no, I lost my Sam. Where did my Sam go? I am just going to keep talking as if she still has your face.
Hold on.
So we're switching. No, you did it.
I'm so sorry. I like went to like swipe away, but it like completely took me out of stream.
I literally was just talking. I said, "Where's my Sam? Where'd my Sam go?"
Anyway, please continue.
Anyway, I grew up in one town and then like my whole childhood. And then in the middle of high school, literally I transferred high school March of my sophomore year, like the most inconvenient time in the whole world. But so I grew up in one town, literally the town over did not break up their school system that way. Like we even had the same high school system, but they did. You were like K through 5, 6, 7, 8, and then high school.
Right. That's like the normal way.
Yeah, no, my school was so fucking weird. And like they were these massive schools that you went to for just 2 years.
That is bizarre.
Yeah. It's like by the time you get comfortable, you're done.
And it's all public school.
Yeah, all public schools. So like there was like 6 elementary schools, 6 separate elementary schools. And then they all went to the upper elementary together, but they were broken up by like 4 different wings. And like, so you started crossing over a little bit with people, but like you were kind of secluded to your wings. And then you went to the actual middle school and you kind of just got shuffled around all again, but you really were like in your corners. And then they just threw us all in high school together.
That's pretty bananas.
Yeah, no, it was nuts. I was on, oh my God, what were my houses? Courage?
Houses?
Yeah, no, it was like Hogwarts.
And wings? You're like explaining how the school in 4th wing works.
Yes. Oh yeah, no. I was in I forget the Hope
like
and Courage, I think. And then when I went to up middle school, I was in the Zephyr wing.
What does that mean?
I was just Zephyr. Zephyr was the coolest, best teachers.
What does that word mean? Is it a name?
Wind, I think it was. Loki, like I couldn't even a breeze from the west. How the fuck did I remember that?
A Zephyr wing, a breeze from the west.
Yeah, we were
Was
Zephyr.
there a breeze from the east?
Oh my God, what were the other ones? Phoenix?
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. Phoenix, Zephyr. There was like a water sounding one, and then there was another one. I don't know.
Well, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
I cannot relate.
Yeah. No, it was pretty nuts, but good times.
Yeah, super fun times.
Super
Books are fun.
You know what else is super fun?
What?
The Olympics.
I knew exactly where she was going. I was just waiting for her to say.
We love segues on Unsolicited.
And I freaking love the Olympics, brother. I freaking love it. I'm obsessed with the Olympics.
They are so fun. I get so patriotic and I'm like, America. I'm sobbing over these athletes.
No, well, first of all, the gymnastics is the best part. I don't care what anyone says.
Always.
Men's or women's. Gymnastics is the best part of the Summer Olympics. It's the best part of any Olympics.
I'd argue figure skating.
Okay, but didn't you figure skate?
Yeah, I'm biased.
Yeah, so it's like but I love figure skating too. Like figure skating would probably be my number 2. I love it. But it's just the artistic like sports.
You're entitled to your opinion. Gymnastics is amazing. Fantastic. I'm going to be biased for figure skating.
That's fair. That is very fair. But it doesn't at all. I love figure skating too. Oh. It's so good. But Summer Olympics, gymnastics, so good. First of all, I'm obsessed with the man on the gymnast team, Steven Nadorosik, I think is how you pronounce his last name. That man cured our depression. That's what happened.
Ever since he came on my TV screen, I've been feeling much happier.
Ever since I saw that man pommel horse, I am so much happier.
Did you see him gush over his girlfriend?
Yes. They are both 2 nerdy gymnasts with ADHD that love each other.
I'm obsessed with them. I want to be their child.
I am obsessed with him so much. And the thing is too, like everyone's talking about his glasses and everything. I just found out that he has like an actual like eye seeing problem, like not just like how I can't see like because of my eyesight. Like he has like some sort of syndrome in his eyes that like it's like something with like the what is it called? What is the black part of your eye called? not your pupil.
Pupil.
Yeah, your pupil.
Yeah.
His pupil's like misshapen.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it's almost like an astigmatism, but it's like in your pupil. And so he can't see. So when he does his pommel horse and he takes his glasses off, brother can't see, which is bananas. Because as somebody with very, very horrible vision, very close to being legally blind, you guys, I've only ever seen
Our
me in my
glasses are like this thick.
You guys have only seen me in my glasses that one time, and it's because I popped a blood vessel in my eye. I always wear my contacts, but I can't see for shit. And I just have just regular terrible vision. That man can't see at all. And I'm like, God bless.
That's crazy. I also just like love the whole story of like he is on the team specifically for his one event, but he was the one to secure the goal. Like he came out and did exactly what he had to do, and he was the icon that he is. And I just am obsessed.
He's a king.
He is a king. And the women, God, the women are
Don't even get me fucking started. I was in shambles on what's today? Wednesday? Yesterday, Tuesday. I was in shambles watching them. And I have literally never seen anything more beautiful in my life than Suni Lee. I mean, Simone Biles is in her own element.
Yeah.
Suni Lee coming back from she has like this like kidney disease, and coming back into gymnastics when she thought she was never ever going to compete again and do what she did. That fucking floor routine. It was like one single tear is like coming down my face, and I'm like, I don't even know this. She's in college. She's a college kid.
Yep.
Crying.
That's the other thing. I'm watching them and I'm like, damn, like they are literal like
children,
young adults. Isn't there a 12-year-old in it?
No.
Not in the gymnastics. But there's
youngest.
Am I wrong?
In the Olympics?
Maybe they were in the qualifier.
Maybe. I think the youngest is Hesley. She's 16.
Okay.
But still, she's 16.
Crazy. When I was 16, I was planning a masquerade Sweet 16 party, and I was freaking out over every detail.
Why is that was the first thing that came to my brain too. I was like, I was planning my Finding Nemo Sweet 16.
Yep.
No, literally. But they are
phenomenal.
So incredibly amazing. Simone Biles is starting so much shit on the internet with, do you know this whole drama with the other gymnast?
I heard about it, but I don't know enough, so fill me in.
Okay. Michaela Skinner.
Yes.
Was a gymnast during the Tokyo Games.
Okay.
Maybe. Don't quote me on that. She was definitely a gymnast on the team with Simone Biles in one of the Olympics. And, did her whole thing, whatever. And then recently came out and basically said, like, all the girls on this team are lazy and don't deserve to compete and, like, all those kinds of things, which is, like, insane to say. But, like, just, like, and it was crazy. And, like, everybody came at her immediately and they were like, what the fuck are you talking about? And, like, immediately backtracks. And she was just like, oh, no, like, I'm so sorry that I said that. Like, that's not what I meant. It's like, yeah, it is what you meant. Like, you're not in the Olympics anymore, so you're salty. And, like, Simone Biles is the greatest gymnast, if not athlete, to ever live.
Yeah.
And then Simone posted on her Instagram a picture of them, like, winning gold and was, like, mocking what she said, like, in the caption. I'll get the exact wording here as I pull it up. And then after that, she was saying some other things on Twitter and stuff. And then this girl, Michaela Skinner, blocked Simone Biles on Twitter.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know the lore ran this deep.
It does. She said, lack of talent, lazy Olympic champions was Simone's thing. Yeah.
Do not fuck with Simone Biles. Like, she does not play.
With them, like, literally winning the gold medal. Like, just amazing.
Speaking then of how amazing she is.
Yes.
We owe her, I believe, husband or boyfriend? Husband, an apology. Because I saw so many videos of him this weekend, and he was the most invested, dedicated, significant other. He had a notepad out. He was tallying her scores. There was someone sitting next to him. He was talking with them, like pointing, like trying to figure it all out. Literally, I saw a video of him where he's looking down at his notes and he looks up and he's like, yeah. It was just so cute and pure. And I remember, I mean, I did not like his comment that he made earlier this year. I thought it was very disrespectful, but like one comment is not a look into someone's entire relationship. Sure. And I just thought it was so sweet the way he showed up for her.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever forgive him for saying that he was the catch in this relationship and she wasn't. But I agree. You know, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Simone Biles even came out and said, like, hey, you guys don't know anything about my marriage. Like, there's a reason I married him. You know, slay queen. That's all you.
Yep. And notice how I still only refer to him as Simone Biles' husband. I genuinely, not even trying to be like annoying, I don't remember his name.
His name is Jonathan Owens.
Jonathan Owens.
Mm-hmm. He
One day that'll
Bears. But I do respect
Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he a Packer?
Mm-hmm. Now he's a Bear.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah. But the only reason I knew that is because I saw an article that said he was like asking the Bears to allow him to miss camp so that he can go to Paris and watch her compete. And they obviously said yes, because if you said no, fuck you, Bears, for not letting Simone Biles' husband go and see her in fucking Paris, which is probably going to be her last Olympics because she's 27, almost 28.
Damn, that's so sad.
Yeah, so it's like kind of bittersweet to watch her because we don't know if we're going to see her again unless she's like a fucking beast and comes back in her 30s, which would be
unreal,
but not realistic.
I also just love how the Olympics like makes me fall in love with the most random sports that like water polo. I'm in.
Yeah.
I actually want to play water polo.
Rugby
is fun.
Alona Mayer, an absolute legend. I'm obsessed with her. And she did a whole video about like BMI. And like everybody was like, she weighs 200 pounds. And I'm like, and it's not. And I'm like, and then she like came out and was just like, I do weigh 200 pounds. And my BMI is this, that, and the other thing. But also I'm 70% muscle. And I was like, yes, you are, queen.
I am obsessed with her.
You are 75. Freaking, how insane is that? Like, that is so much muscle. And like, girlfriend's, she's built. She's a rugby player. Like, no joke.
Yeah, no. 70% muscle. And like I get on an in-body machine once a month. 70% muscle. Like I will never even dream about that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And of course there's like so much that goes into it. Mercury eating, like everything. But like it just goes to show, you know, you don't have to weigh 100 pounds to look good. That girl weighs 200 pounds.
Yes.
And she's insane. And an Olympian. They won the bronze.
There are dogs barking in my hallway.
Oh, is that why you keep looking?
Yes. I don't usually hear dogs.
Are dogs allowed in your apartment?
Yes, they are. There is actually a cute one that lives across the street, but not across the street, across the hall. It definitely wasn't him though.
Maybe people are bringing home new dogs.
I hope so. I hope I'm one of them very soon.
I would love that for you.
Me too. I've been waiting for so long.
But overall, I love the Olympics. I love the things that are happening in them. I love that the Seine is dirty, poopy water and they're swimming in it. I think that's just an amazing storyline. They swam in it today. They had the triathlon today and they swam in it.
Jesus Christ.
They said the bacteria levels were fine.
Okay.
So, someone check.
Why do I feel like Paris has been a hot mess with the Olympics?
Literally, my mom has been like keeping up with the quality of the Seine. That's like her hyperfixation of the Olympics. And she like keeps sending us updates in our family group chat. And my dad was just like, the freaking shitty Paris with their shitty Olympics and their shitty river.
No, literally.
I was like, you're right, Dad. Everything is covered in shit. Even though it looks so gorgeous, but I feel like there's some things going on.
Absolutely. Also, didn't like everything lose power minus the church?
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
A couple days ago. I heard, let's see.
I've heard that there's a lot of Olympians that have moved out of the village because it's so garbage.
Yep.
They literally were like,
yes,
well,
there was a 3 days ago, there was a massive power outage in Paris.
I feel like they didn't prepare well enough for this because
and
they
they had how long?
they had, well, to be fair, they had, well, no, that's not true. You find out so many years in advance that you're going to host the Olympics. So.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be the US. And then Paris asked, someone told me this. I should probably fact check it before I announce
Paris
it on
like,
a report.
Excuse me. Can we please host the Olympics?
No, literally. Oh, wait, did I say that on here before? Who did I say that? I explained this to someone as if like Paris and USA were friends. I think it was Brian and Spencer. I was like, yeah, well, like the US was supposed to have the Olympics. And then Paris was like, actually, it's going to be 100 years since the last time that we've hosted the Olympics. So we should get it this time. And the US was like, okay, bitch, pop off, like pop in. And then the US flopped it. So like, if that's true, let me
That makes sense because the next Summer Olympics is in LA. So they probably just swapped.
Yes. But like, if you went to that extent to ask your homeboy to like move up, then like, no, like be prepared.
Right. You know, they apparently there's a shortage of like protein because I guess they were not expecting all these athletes to consume so much protein, which is stupid because that's all athletes are like their main food group. But like they had like an egg shortage. There was like meats that just like were not up to par. Yeah. But like it's like, you know, what is it called? Sodexo or Sodexo or something like that. Whatever the food, the big, like they give you mass amounts of food for mass amounts of people. But yeah, there's people that like left, and it was like Coco Gauff was like, I feel like I'm the only person in the Olympic Village right now.
Yes, I saw that today. Also, I was very sad that she had a loss.
She's done too. Like that's it for her for the Olympics. There's no other events for her, unfortunately. But
she's still a queen.
Still a queen. But yeah, it seems like there's just a big hot mess in Paris right now, which is so funny to me.
It's just crazy. And I don't know what I heard about the swapping, but this says it was historic that LA and Paris were awarded at the same time respectively. Like it came out. So I don't know what
does that even mean?
I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know either, but the thing is though, like LA has already hosted an Olympic Games and they have things already built.
Yes.
So like they probably were just like, whatever, more time for us.
Also, I cannot even imagine in 4 years when the Olympics are here, LA traffic already is so bad.
Forget it.
It's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be so cool to have the Olympics in the US. Do not get me wrong. But like the logistics of it, like I hope they're already preparing. Like
yeah. No, they've done it before. I'm sure there's going to be a way that they can do it again, but yeah, no, it's going to be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
It's going to be a nightmare. And then I think 2032 Salt Lake City will be hosting the Winter Olympics, I think. Oh
my God. Okay. It's like scary to think that much in the future. Let's focus on the now. Because I am on the money today. Guys, this is my first ever podcast. I literally worked all day, went right to the gym, came home, hopped on the podcast. Hence why I look a little cuckoo crazy. But I'm feeling it. I'm in a groove right now. And like I said, we're going to focus on the now. Future is scary. And in the now, by the time you guys are watching this episode, there will be a football game tonight.
I'm so freaking, I didn't realize how much I missed football until I started hearing about football again. And then I was like, oh my God.
It's been killing me. I feel like this is, and we say it every offseason, but this offseason was actually the longest, most boring, most unproductive offseason ever.
No, I literally could not agree more. I can't even remember the last time something happened.
Yeah.
In terms of like hard hitting news.
Yes, I feel like there was a lot of just like the news that did come out was like bad. Like there were so many people that have been arrested. Like get the games going. We got to get everyone back in check.
Yeah, like it's like how many times can we just be like, this guy got a DUI, this guy domestically assaulted someone, blah 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 blah. It's like, okay. Well, there was the storyline about Tyreek Hill being, oh my god, I don't know if you can hear Ollie like running. Do you hear him?
Yeah.
He's like
He's got the zoomies.
Yeah.
He heard football's back. He's just so excited.
Either that or he just took a shit. So
oh, perfect.
But Tyreek Hill, like he has a wife with a child, and then there's another woman out there who's like pregnant with his child.
Yeah.
But like he's married. It's like it's a whole thing. And then Justin Jefferson got a woman pregnant and he told her to get an abortion and she didn't.
Yeah.
That was another thing. But like all drama, you know.
It's all drama. Like I wanted, you know what? Fuck you, Aaron Rodgers, for being happy and content in your new life. I feel like that's what was missing this offseason. We
like a major player.
Yes. And like normally it's him. Like he's holding out for something, no, like every offseason. And it's like, what's Aaron Rodgers going to do? And it's like constantly waiting for Aaron Rodgers to either like return to Green Bay or get traded. Now this year, everyone's just like either getting arrested, breaking laws, getting ladies pregnant, or just enjoying their peaceful time.
Well, Aaron Rodgers did dip out of camp and he wasn't allowed to when he went to Egypt.
This is true. I saw him talking to Kay Adams today about how there is no actual beef with him and Sauce Gardner.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Like, great. That
cool.
I mean, I love that for you, Aaron. The
best part of this offseason, I think, was watching the Cowboys' downfall. That was fun.
I have been enjoying that for sure.
Yeah. I just liked watching their players either retire or go to other teams and them not do anything with anyone new. And I was just like, haha.
And sign Ezekiel Elliott.
Let's sign
Zeke! And CeeDee Lamb not showing up to training camp.
Yes, he showed up once.
And they have to pay Micah and Dak and CD.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, perfect.
I love it.
They're so poor.
You're so poor. Mike, I swear to God, mark my words. At some point in his career, Micah Parsons is going to end up an Eagle. I don't know why I feel it in my bones.
Okay.
He's going to be an Eagle. Go Birds.
Okay. I think I'm still a little salty. I haven't been watching Hard Knocks either. I've been so bored. It is like, and like that's my team on Hard Knocks. And I'm just like, it is so boring.
You guys just need some sprinkle of flavor. You have a very vanilla team personality wise.
And we always will until fucking Mara or Tish leave the ownership position.
Oh no.
They just love their vanilla players. And
that's vanilla.
You know, it worked for a bit with Eli, but I have a feeling
but you at least had OBJ too.
Yeah, and then they were like, we can't deal with this anymore.
Yeah.
And then he left. So it's like, but I know I'm really excited about Malik Neighbors. I've been seeing the footage from him from camp. He's been doing great. Awesome. Everybody's posting every drop or every throw that Daniel Jones makes that's not a completion. And I'm like, okay, cool. He's making completions every people are putting out on the internet what people want to see. Yep. But I do think that Daniel Jones is going to leave after this season. And I've come to terms with that. And that's okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If it makes you feel better, I went to Eagles training camp.
Yes, how was that?
It was great. Saquon, the only person I wanted to see in an Eagles jersey that day, Saquon wasn't there.
Oh.
Are you fucking kidding me? But no, it was really, really sick. Everyone's moving and grooving. Very fun experience. Thank you to the Eagles. I love getting through that. That was my second year. And last year I went to a practice at the Link. This year was like at NovaCare, like their training facility. So that was very cool. Got to see everyone very up close and personal.
Very cool.
Yes, but I'm happy with what I saw. Literally, me and Brian were looking at each other and we were like, oh my God, this is so sick. Like Jalen looked great. He was making good throws. Kenny Pickett looked great. I was like, Hi, Kenny. Forgot you were here.
I forgot about Kenny Pickett.
All of a sudden, I'm like, who is that? And I'm like, that's Kenny fucking Pickett. Like,
I forgot. Oh, that's the best part of when the season starts is we both figure out the things that happened that we already reacted to but forgot.
Yep.
Like Kenny Pickett becoming an Eagle.
I still love the meme that goes out every year. And it's like, imagine if NFL free agency was a secret and you found out.
Talked about this.
Yes. And you found out about every trade like on kickoff. I just think that would be the greatest thing ever.
If I was sitting there on whatever day, what is it? September 8th. Well, it starts the 5th, but like the first Sunday is the 8th, right? If I'm sitting there watching a Giants game and I just watch Drew Lock running out of the locker room, I'm like, what the fuck? It's Drew Lock.
Okay. How many games do you think Daniel Jones plays this season? How many games do you think we see Drew Lock this season?
I think Daniel Jones plays all of them unless he is hurt.
Yeah, that was mainly what I didn't think they would bench him.
No, because they also like want to see how, unless he's like literally shitting the bed.
Yeah.
Like, then that's one thing. But I think that he's going to be good enough to play out the entire season. And they want to see him play out the entire season so that they can figure out what to do with him at the end of the season. Like if they're going to keep him or whatever. But I can't see Daniel Jones doing something unless he wins us the Super Bowl. Like I can't see him sticking around much longer. Not with all the injuries.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, we have Devin Singletary on our team now. So that's cool. They were like, yeah, then like on Hard Knocks, they were like, yeah, the motor. And they kept calling him the motor. And I was like, who's the motor? And they were like, Devin Singletary. And I was like, not one time in my entire life have I ever heard anyone call Devin Singletary the motor.
Never.
Like
someone came up to me and was
like you would know who we're talking about. And I'm like,
it's like if someone came up to me and was like, oh, Cheetah, I'd be like Tyreek Hill.
Right, exactly.
If someone came up to me and was like, oh, motor?
You're motor? Like, who?
I'd be like, excuse me,
pardon?
My car? My vehicle? You want to take a look under my hood?
Yeah, no. The people are gonna run with that one. No, but seriously, like no one knows who Motor is. They know him as Devin Singletary, and everyone sits there and wonders if he's Mike Singletary's son, which he's not.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's all.
The most random. I saw Devin White, and I was like, "Oh, you're actually here. We got him from the Bucks."
Oh. Yeah. I was like, Devin White, where?
Oh, yeah,
I'm realizing. Yeah, I don't think I realized that.
We had him, and the one I was really looking for is Saquon. Quinion Mitchell, our first round draft pick, looks phenomenal.
Did you see Cooper DeJean?
I didn't.
Oh, sad.
I was sad. He had some hamstring thing.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and Lane Johnson was it also just like that was my first time seeing an Eagles team with no Jason Kelce, no Fletcher Cox.
Jason Kelce's living his best life right now, though.
I am so happy for
Paris.
him. I just miss him. I'm going to miss him forever.
Absolutely.
I think he will join. I think he's going to enjoy family time, and then at some point he'll end up on the Eagles coaching staff. But it's just weird.
You don't think he's going to do announcing or anything?
I don't know. I could see him once our online. I need bed. Once our O-line coach retires, I could see him coming in, Jeff Stoutland, and he was a major influence for Jason Kelce. And I can see when he leaves, Jason Kelce coming in, because there was a report this offseason, a couple weeks ago, that he was in the facilities, just hanging out, chilling, every day.
It was Lane Johnson, right? He was
yes.
He was here before I was.
Yes.
And it was what are you doing, Jason?
So I think at some point he'll come back, but we'll see. And Nick Sirianni said he always has a place in their coach. They will find a spot for him if he wants it.
I mean, he's royalty, so.
He is. Him and Princess Diana.
Princess Diana. They are both living their best lives in Paris right now. I'm happy for them, genuinely.
And we were in Paris.
Speaking of Jason, speaking of Taylor Swift, well, I haven't heard a single thing about Travis and Taylor lately. It's kind of freaking me out.
I haven't either.
Like, what's going on? Like, we'd be hearing about them once a week. Now we don't have anything going on. Like, what's...
I bet he's just at training camp and she's been touring.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Like that's
me, I'm like, what's going on?
The tour is close to ending for her, though.
Oh my God, wait, to go off topic a little bit, but to bring it back to the Olympics, I had a moment, and it's been her floor routine song for so long, but Simone Biles uses a Reputation song in her floor routine. It's fucking Ready for It. And Taylor Swift was doing all the Reputation stuff and the opening ceremony and all this stuff. But as I was hearing Simone Biles' floor routine, I was like, oh, it's the same song. And then I went, it's a Reputation Easter egg. I was like, Taylor Swift asked Simone Biles to put Ready for It in her Olympic floor routine as a Reputation Easter egg, and I will die on that hill.
Yep. Add it to the list.
It's gotta be.
My clown mask on.
Yeah. It's gonna happen there's a bug.
Oh no.
It's like a fly.
Oh no.
I thought Ollie killed this thing. Oh my God. It's like
attacking you?
It's like the lights. It's coming to the lights.
Oh no.
But anyway, yeah, Reputation, Easter egg, Simone Biles, Taylor Swift, they talked beforehand and they did that because I was sitting there and I was like, and then I was like, that's gotta be it.
No, and you know what? I'll 100% stand behind that. I bet Simone Biles was like, yo, can I use this? And Taylor was like, actually, yes, perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Actually, you should, because I'm going to drop Reputation Taylor's version.
Yep.
ASAP.
ASAP. Oh my God. Fantastic. Wait, so going back to football.
Oh, yes.
Season kicks off Bears Texans today.
Today?
Well, I'm saying it because the episode will come out.
Oh, I'm like, wait, it's Wednesday.
We literally have a football game tomorrow night at 8. And guys, I don't care what you say. I know that it's preseason. I know it's going to be all scrubs. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to bet on it. And I'm going to just soak up every second because football is so back.
As you should, Queen.
And yeah, I'm desperate.
You should.
Preseason counts when you're desperate enough.
It sure does. It sure does. You can make it count.
Yes. Oh.
I'm literally, and Bears Texans, on paper, you're like, ooh. But then you think about it and you're like, oh.
I just don't think we're going to be seeing much of, if Texans Bears regular season, phenomenal game.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I don't know how much we're going to be seeing. Maybe we will be seeing some Bears starters because there's so many new weapons. They want to get Caleb Williams out there. But I don't think we see a lot of CJ Stroud. And I think we see maybe a drive from the Bears starters. And then it's going to get pretty ugly.
CJ Stroud. I'm so excited to see that little boy play football again.
I have missed. My face just lit up talking about CJ Stroud. I have missed that man on my screen more than anything else in the entire world. Brian got me his jersey for my birthday, and I cannot wait to represent it. I'm gonna wear it tomorrow night. Sorry, Caleb. CJ wins this battle. And yeah, I'm just very happy.
It's gonna be great. Football is coming, and that means season 2 football Unsolicited will also be coming, and we are just going to be every week, just waiting for it, doing our picks. Maybe we'll see. We fell off the deep end with that.
Maybe if we start with the intention of doing them, we can stick with them.
Maybe if we start doing picks for preseason, it'll no.
Oh.
I don't have the brain capacity for that yet. I need to slowly ease into it, No,
that's so valid.
This off season, I've been focusing on other sports for the first time ever in my life with my job. So I'm I focused on NBA, MLB, Olympics, all this stuff. And now I'm like, oh, right. This is happening like soon. So now I gotta like get back in. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. No, I
Change my
do.
mindset.
And we'll get ready for season 2 of Unsolicited Football. And speaking of season 2, we have one episode left of House of the Dragon. And guess who upheld her TV watching promise, I think, for the first time ever on the show. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's an honor. I'd like to thank not only God, but Jesus.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, this is exciting because we have not spoken about this yet. We've Are you okay?
I was telling you to keep talking. I plugged my mic on accident. So.
You were just going like this and I'm like, huh? What? We are professionals. So I am very excited that you're up to date on House of the Dragon because so much happened in episode 7 that if I was not allowed to talk about it with you this week, I would have been very upset. So let's start with how you're feeling about Aemond now.
It's definitely wearing off. Okay. He's definitely evil. He's not who I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
So we posted a social media reel about me talking about how I was like low-key. I was like, I thought he was like a cool evil. And I don't know why, I was under the impression that he hated Aegon so much because he was like, oh, Rhaenyra is the rightful heir to the throne.
No.
And I was very wrong.
No, he wants the throne.
Yeah. So then that clicked and I was like, oh, I don't like you.
I have to say, before we get too in-depth with all the details of everything, I've like made my TikTok algorithm give me more House of the Dragon stuff so that I like learn more about it. But I also am getting interviews with the actors. The guy who plays Aegon in his normal physical features.
I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And like the guy who plays Aemond too, he's good looking. Not at all my type though.
No.
But I don't know his name.
I don't either. I probably shouldn't know it.
But he's a beautiful man.
Gorgeous. And like funny and like silly. I was like, I just want to be your friend. Like
No.
I want to hang out.
Literally. And did you see the video of them trying bacon, egg, and cheeses?
I heard like a clip from it, but I didn't actually see them eat the sandwiches.
There's like an interview with, I don't know their names, but the guy who plays Aegon and the guy who plays Aemond, and they're like trying different foods, and they try a New York City bacon, egg, and cheese, and he was just like, basically like, what the fuck? This is so good. And I was like, and that was the first time I like physically saw him. So I was like, this man is just a good-looking Oh, did you see it?
Yes.
Fly. Good-looking person eating a New York City bacon, egg, and cheese. You sold me. I'm good. I'm there. Sign me up. I'm okay. But yeah, there. And my God, this fucking thing. Emma Darcy, who plays Rhaenyra in her natural state.
Spectacular.
Oh my God.
Also, can we talk about the kiss?
Yeah. Oh! I didn't see that. With him and not Melisandre. Shit. What's her name? Her Master of Whispers. Oh my God.
I don't know her name. It was with Daemon.
This is not giving me what I want.
I don't know her name.
Master of Whispers and Game. No, not Varys. Rhaenyra's Master of Whispers. Not Missandra. Missaria.
Yes.
And that was like apparently a lot of people were upset about that, which is like so fucking stupid because like who cares? There's
Yeah.
so much incest in that show.
You're
Why are you upset that two women are kissing each other?
I'm just pissed that I didn't see it coming.
Yeah. Oh, neither did I.
I remember like from the moment that they were like hugging each other is when I looked at Brian. I was like, I think they're gonna kiss. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, no, like, I was like, they're about to fucking kiss. But like, I was no point prior to the hug, seconds before it happened, did I ever predict that even for a second.
The only thing that I'm upset about is that there was nothing that led up to it, and now there's nothing that has followed it.
Yes, like why haven't they at least talked about it?
Like, there's
Like,
nothing, and I'm like, was that just like a little treat? Like, it was like, here, have two women kissing on screen, and it was like, oh, okay, cool. But you know, this is like a very old meme. Sorry, this flag is this fly is very distracting. But you know this very old meme where it's like this guy and he's like, now kiss.
yes.
I say that all the time whenever anybody gets a little bit too close to each other in a TV show. But that happened, they hugged, and I said that to Michael, and I was like, now Keith. And then they started kissing, and he was like, what? And I was like, I did not know that was gonna happen.
No, that was nutty as fuck. I ship them so hard. They would be so powerful.
Yes, it is a very interesting, and I would love to see more of them, but it just doesn't. It was not in the original story, so like to go off of Fire and Blood, like the book, like that doesn't happen. So they just threw that in there, which is, you know, HBO for you, you know, like who cares?
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see if they're gonna say anything about it, and if they do, if they're gonna like continue it on or whatever. But like,
if it was just like a one-time heat of the moment thing.
Wild.
So,
but yeah, it's so far so good. I don't really remember what else happens in episode 6.
Episode 6, I feel like was really boring. Yeah, it was like setting up a lot, and then episode 7 was like all the bastard borns coming to get to test for their dragon right. And I just have one question: why can't the dragons just be like, nah, you're not my rider, go on? They're like, oh, you asked if you're my rider, you all have to be executed with fire, or I'm gonna eat you.
That, I mean, they're dragons, so they don't know any better.
That's what they do.
They're fictional beasts, you know, like what are you gonna do?
I just want to like train them a little better.
But I think also what the Vemathor is his name, the dragon that annihilates all of the bastards, is one of the more fierce dragons. And we see the difference in their personalities because fucking Ulf walks into Silver Flames, the blue dragon's lair, and she's just like, oh, what's up, bitch? You want to be my rider? And he was like, okay. Like, she was just like, oh my God, hey, I haven't seen anybody in so long. It's so good to see you.
And I know, and I thought he was in deep shit because he like stepped on an egg, and I was like, oh no.
So I was also thinking he stepped on the egg, but I found out that he stepped on like the case in which the eggs are inside of, but he didn't step on a egg.
Okay, good. Because I thought he was a goner. I was like, Mama Bear is not gonna like that.
Yeah, no, she straight up was just like, oh no, it's fine, I'll make more of those. Like, Queen, what's up? Let's be friends.
Literally.
You want to go ride around King's Landing? Let's do it.
I was also so glad. One, I had a feeling that both of the guys, I don't remember their names. There's Ulf, and then there's the other one with the sick daughter. Hugh and Ulf. I knew that they were either going to get dragons or they were going to die.
Right.
Because I was like, they have introduced too much of your storyline with zero context. Like, they just kept popping up. I was like, this needs to get tied back together somehow. So I was very happy that they both lived and got their dragons, and I'm very excited to see what comes of it.
I found out some very interesting backstory. If you're interested.
Tell me.
So Varys is the king before Rhaenyra's dad.
Okay.
No, Jaehaerys. There's so many Isses. Jaehaerys. He has like
I was gonna say, wasn't he Viserys?
Right. He was Viserys.
Okay.
Jaehaerys was before him.
Okay.
And he had like 9 kids, and he had a daughter named Sarah. And Sarah was very promiscuous and would like run around and like do whatever, to the point where he eventually disowned her, and she went and like lived this promiscuous life. And Hugh Hammer, when he was talking to his wife before he left, said that his mother was from a whorehouse.
Yes.
And had silver hair. So everyone thinks that he is a direct descendant from King Jaehaerys, whose dragon was Vermithor.
That's fucking nuts. I
Right?
loved every second of that. Yeah, I remember him saying, he was like, they always paid more for the girls with silver hair.
Right. And so it's like his mom was a Targaryen, like 100%. Which is like, you know, some of these guys have like, you know,
And
some descendants of it, but like not direct.
didn't
Yeah.
Ulf have a direct?
He has a descent from, I forgot, but now it's gonna bother me.
And then the first kid who got from the sea place, who got the dragon because it like flew down to him, Adam. He is the
dragon.
bastard of
Corlys.
Yes. The fly.
You see him?
Yes.
Okay. I know I'm not crazy.
You know, that thing is flying.
Yes, Corlys, because his 2 bastard kids are Alan and Adam, the 2 guys who are like the ship people.
Alan saved his life.
Can you not do? Oh, now Ollie found the fly. Now he's gonna be running around. But yes, Alan saved his life. Adam is Alan's brother. And at one point, Rhaenys, before she died, like went up to him, and she was just like, "Your mother must have been so beautiful." Like, obviously realizing like that is his son.
Yes.
And it's not her son. So yeah. But my favorite dragon is Sea Smoke. I fucking love Sea Smoke. So when I saw him, he just found Adam and was just like, you look like my old rider. His rider was Laenor, the guy that Rhaenyra used to be married to, who was gay.
Yes. And then died in a fire.
Well, faked his death.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the other thing that I've done so much reading, watching TikToks and YouTube videos of all of these things, that like the reason why Sea Smoke was like running around for so long without a rider was because Laenor was still alive, and now he's finally died, and he felt that through their bond, and that's why he decided to now pick Adam to be his next rider.
That's so sad.
Yeah. I am literally so sad too, because I'm now done with Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, and now this is the last episode after this. Like I've been fully immersed in dragons for so long, and now my dragons are gonna end, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? I love dragons so much. I feel so nerdy saying it, but they're so cool.
You would love and they're not dragons in the Throne of Glass series, they're wyverns, which apparently I heard that like
yes, wyvern are in Fourth Wing too.
Yes. And I actually heard someone was like, we're not going to talk about that in House of the Dragon. They're actually all wyverns. They're not dragons. And I don't know the difference. I am not that technical, but there's a whole wyvern thing, and it's really, really cool. And everyone was like, oh, that part of the book was so boring. I didn't like that. And it was like my favorite. So you're going to love it.
Oh, no, I think because wyvern are technically 2-legged and dragons are 4-legged.
Ooh,
and so
thank
like
you for that knowledge.
So dragons are supposed to be, they are technically, yes, now that you said that, they are wyvern in the thing, because their wings are connected to their other arms. They're always like fucking like stacked up behind someone, like so yeah, exactly. But dragons technically are supposed to be 4 legs on the ground with the wings on top.
Got it. So yeah, House of the Dragons is actually House of the Wyverns.
House of the Wyvern. That's so fun. I love that. But yeah, it's literally so much out. Oh, and the whole part when like all the dragon keepers like are like, this is so blasphemous, we can't do this with all the bastards. Like they were just like, they leave. and like Rhaenyra has to call Vermithor herself, and she speaks in the High Valyrian. I was like jaw on the ground. Like she just comes out here and she's like, just I don't even know what she says, but she just starts speaking, and I'm like, ah.
Also, the shot of her right after that, when he comes forward and she just turns around and she's like directly, like the composition of that shot was like bone chilling. It was phenomenal. She turns around and I was just like, holy fucking shit. Like it to me showed how powerful she is. And I was like, I'm just obsessed with you.
I also found out that the person who directed that episode, episode 7, has also done a lot of horror, including American Horror Story. So they took a more scary route, which is probably why it was so insane when Vermithor started killing everybody. But yeah, I am very, very excited for the last episode. I have a feeling that our heir Jacaerys, Jace, is going to die. That is my theory. I think so. I've heard some rumblings through the winds, and I have a feeling that he's gonna go.
I don't want her to lose another son.
I know, it's gonna freaking break her. I want Daemon to die because I'm so sick of him and all that garbage that's going over there with the Riverlands.
Whenever Daemon comes on the screen, I'm like, here we fucking go. Like, what is this nutcase of a man about to walk into? And he literally every episode walks around with this face. And then I'm like, oh, it's because you're actually going nuts. I'm like, he looks like he doesn't know what's going on. And I'm like, it's because he doesn't.
He doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, no. He's hallucinating. He doesn't know what the hell is happening.
I love the fucking witch girl, though.
Alice.
I am obsessed with her. I think she's cool as fuck. I think she's sassy. I think she's brilliant. I think she's a little creepy. All good vibes.
There's a lot of connections between her. So you obviously watch like Game of Thrones, like so like like Bran goes and finds like the three-eyed raven and like that whole thing. I think that there's some sort of descendant thing there with her and the three-eyed raven, like that same kind of power. I don't really know exactly how it works. I didn't look too far into it, but yeah,
that makes sense.
Alice Rivers, because she's a bastard.
I think she's really cool. And then thank God I'm finally caught up. All is well. And we have a big finale Sunday night. So make sure to tune in to our episode next week to get all of our thoughts on the entirety of House of the Dragon season 2. If you like this episode, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to us here on the YouTube channel. If you don't already, make sure to follow us on all of our socials at the Unsolicited_podcast for TikTok, Instagram, and Threads, at Sam and Jordyn for Twitter. And then if you're an audio person, get us wherever you get your audio podcasts. Woo!
Woohoo!
Woo! Football's back. Football's back.
House of the Dragon ends. Football returns.
Yep, that's all I need. It's like, rip the Band-Aid off. Here's this. Like,
it will never end. The content will never end.
Never end.
Bye.
Bye.